I never expected a man nearly 15 years younger than me to look at me like that. Not with desire, not with admiration, but he did. And that was the moment everything changed. At 45, I had convinced myself that my love life was behind me. I had been married, divorced, and had gone through my fair share of disappointments. I wasn't bitter, just realistic. Dating, especially in my age bracket, felt like a chore. Men my age either carried too much baggage or wanted someone younger to stroke their ego. So I focused on myself, my career, my well-being. Love wasn't in my plans. Then I met Daniel. It happened at a small coffee shop I often visited after work. I was sitting alone, lost in my book, when a deep yet youthful voice interrupted me. "Daniel, that's a great book, but I bet you already know that." I looked up, expecting to see someone around my age, but instead, there he was. Dark-haired, bright-eyed, and unmistakably younger. He looked to be in his early 30s. "You've read it?" I asked, more amused than annoyed. "Daniel, twice," he said with a grin. "And I'd read it again if it meant having an excuse to start a conversation with a beautiful woman like you." I laughed, thinking it was just playful flirting, nothing serious. But our conversation didn't end with coffee. One discussion turned into two, then lunch, then late-night texts. Before I knew it, Daniel had become a part of my routine, a presence I started to crave. Despite our growing connection, doubt lingered in my mind. I was 45. He was 31. What would people say? Would he wake up one day and want someone younger, someone with fewer responsibilities, fewer lines around her eyes? "Why me, Daniel?" I asked one evening as we walked by the river. "Daniel," he stopped and turned to me, "because you're real, because you know who you are, and that's rare. I don't want someone younger. I want you." Still, I hesitated. Friends warned me it wouldn't last. My own insecurities whispered that I was setting myself up for heartbreak. But Daniel didn't waver. He made me laugh like I hadn't in years. He listened, really listened, without trying to fix me or compete with me. He was mature, thoughtful, and confident in a way that many men my age weren't. One evening, after a particularly rough day, I came home exhausted. He showed up at my door, takeaway in hand, and said, "You don't have to do everything alone. Let me be here for you." That was the moment I realized I was falling in love. But years of disappointments had built walls around my heart. The turning point came on my birthday. Daniel had planned a surprise dinner with my closest friends, proving once again that he wasn't just some fleeting romance. He was present, invested. As I watched him laugh and joke with my friends, I realized something. I had been so afraid of losing him that I was pushing him away before he could even prove me wrong. That night, as we stood on my doorstep, I finally let go. "I don't want to fight this anymore," I admitted. "I don't care about the age difference, I just care about you." He smiled, pulling me close. "That's all I ever wanted." Finding someone who makes you feel alive. And for Daniel and me, that was all that ever mattered.